Magandang araw po sa inyo. Ako nga pala si James Lynn Makasukol Hervas from Section B of Batch M49. In today's video po, I'll be discussing topic about simple machines. So first, what is a machine? A machine may be defined as a device that receives energy and uses or connects it to do work in a better way. The energy received by the machine may be in any form and is usually called power input, applied force, power, or effort. The output of a machine is called the load or power output. Simple machines. A simple machine is a mechanical device that changes the direction and or magnitude of a force. In general, they can be defined as the simplest mechanisms that uses leverage, also called mechanical advantage, to multiply the force. Simple machines make moving object much easier to do. Making the work easier is called having a mechanical advantage. A mechanical advantage is when you need less force to do the same amount of work. It is any of several devices with few or no moving parts that are used to modify motion and force in order to perform work. So these are the 6 kinds of simple machines, which is the lever, inclined plane, wedge, wheel and axle, screw, and pulley. First is the lever. A lever is a mechanism that can be used to exert a large force over a small distance at one end of the lever, by exerting a small force over a greater distance at the other end of the lever. What is the functions of a lever? It is to magnify the force, change the direction of lever relative to motive force direction, balance equal forces, increase the speed and range of motion through which the end of the lever moves. Classes of lever. The first order of lever is that the fulcrum is positioned between the load to be lifted or moved and the force applied. The effort is applied on one side of the fulcrum and the resistance is on the other side. For example, a crowbar, hammer, and pliers. The second order lever resistance is in the middle. The effort is applied on one side of the resistance and the fulcrum is located on the other side. For example, a wheelbarrow, nutcracker, and a bottle opener. The third order lever. Effort in the middle, the resistance is on one side of the effort and the fulcrum is located on the other side. For example, a pair of tweezers and a human mandible. Next is the inclined plane. An inclined plane is surface that is tipped or slanted at any angle. It is slanted and you can move things up and down like a car rolling up a slanted hill. Wedge. A wedge is an inclined plane that moves to make work easier. Input force is applied on an object. A wedge splits things in half. If you increase the distance, you decreases the effort, or if you decrease the distance, you increase the effort. Wheel and axle. The wheel and axle is a type of simple machine used to make tasks easier in terms of manipulating force by applying the concept of mechanical advantage. The wheel and axle consists of a round disc known as a wheel, with a rod through the center of it known as the axle. Next is the screw. A screw is a simple machine made up of another simple machine. It is an inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder. Next is pulley. Pulleys are powerful machines. They can change the direction of a force, which can make it much easier for us to move something. A pulley is simply a wheel with a groove in it and a rope in the groove. It is also called a drum or a sheave. The groove is important because it helps to keep the rope in place. It is also used to lift up or lower heavy objects.